Penn State's Board of Trustees meets tomorrow to talk about a lawsuit involving the NCAA and the crippling sanctions imposed by the consent decree that the university signed with the NCAA in the wake of the Jerry Sandusky sex abuse scandal.
But in recent weeks, there's been a growing call, not just from Penn State supporters, but from others as well, for the NCAA to lift the remaining sanctions. And one of those making the request is an area congressman, said he's anxious to hear word on a lengthy federal investigation at Penn State. And Gary Sinderson has more on a story you'll only see on 6 News. Gary?
Marty, the NCAA definitely does have a bullseye on its back, not only from more Penn State supporters, but also from some members of Congress. Of course, it is all tied to the Sandusky scandal, as well as a federal investigation, a lengthy investigation being done by the Department of Education. And that investigation may also include the possibility of a hefty fine being assessed against Penn State. Congressman Glenn G.T. Thompson recently joined 4 other Pennsylvania congressional members in writing this letter to the NCAA with 2 specific requests: rescind the $60 million fine levied against Penn State and lift the remaining limits on football scholarships. The letter prompted the question whether the NCAA sanctions should be an issue for Congress.
Frankly, it is. I serve on the Education and Workforce Committee in the United States Congress. We have oversight on higher education. I serve on the Higher Education Subcommittee, a senior member on there. So this is completely within our jurisdiction, and all we've asked is that the NCAA back up, consider how proper it is of what they did with those sanctions.
Also looming for Penn State, the final results of the Clery Act investigation by the Federal Department of Education. A preliminary notice came last July on the investigation on how well Penn State complied with federal laws on reporting crime on campus. There's talk of a possibility of a multi-million-dollar fine being levied against the university.
This investigation has been taking a really long time from the Department of Education. I assume that's because it's thorough, and I am looking forward to when those findings are made public. I'm looking forward to reviewing those.
This past January, federal authorities notified Penn State the university was part of an investigation looking specifically at how well reports of sexual assault and harassment were handled by university administrators. As for the Penn State trustees special meeting tomorrow on one of the lawsuits involving the NCAA, first there is an executive session teleconference call at 8 o'clock, and then there is another teleconference call at 8:30. Some of the trustees will be gathering at Dean's Hall at the Penn State Conference Center to take that second call at 8:30, and the public is invited to attend. We're live in Center County. Gary Sinderson, 6 News.